So I'm approaching 40 years old very fast. I'm 37 years old. In 3 short years, I'm going to be 40. I remember when I was in my early 20s, when I saw somebody who was 40 years old, I said to myself, wow, that guy is old. Wow, that guy is an old man. Hell, even when I was 21 years old and I saw somebody who was 30 years old, I'd say to myself, wow, that man's an old man. But I don't think of myself as an old man. In fact, in a lot of ways, I think of myself as still a 21-year-old. But people who see me, people who see my social media content, do you think of me as like a 20-something-year-old man-child? Or do you think of me as, wow, this is a mentally ill, schizoaffective guy who's approaching 40 years old and he's a loser? And how do you see me? Do you see me as somebody who's youthful? Do you see me as somebody who's capable of obtaining a woman in her early 20s to date? Or do you see me as just like a 40-year-old schizoaffective loser? I mean, some people say you're handsome. You look like a young movie star. You look like a young Tom Cruise. So don't be so hard on yourself. For somebody your age, you look very attractive, Andrew. So I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate being compared to a young Tom Cruise. So maybe people don't look at me as like an old fart. Maybe people look at me as somebody who's suave and badass and cool, even though I am approaching 40 and I am kind of ancient, I don't know. I guess it all depends. But you know what? I'm getting older and older, and I feel like I've failed to launch from my mother's nest. It's time to live my life and be happy.